clearly is that we see the governor's attempt as an attempt to witch hunt. And our argument is, if you know them, why don't you use the police and arrest them? Why waste River State money and why waste time?
My good people of River State, I think you're not wasting time, as rightly said by the caretaker committee chairman of APC in River State. How is the river flowing this afternoon? Because for the past few months, or will I say a year, the streams have been so turbulent, politically, I may say. APC, PDP, or APP, that is the latest child of the state, because APP won 22 out of the 23 local government areas in the just concluded local government elections. Because we were expecting that APC or PDP would have won those seats. And the governor says he regrets the very bitter fact that APP won the seats instead of PDP that he said he belongs to. Anyway, it's another day, and today is Friday, and the focus is still on the rivers matter. Are they clean waters in the river, or the rivers are still showing some level of blood, in quote anyway? So the focus of political update today will look at the unending, in quote, political situation in River State. And the APC acting chairman in the state, I'm talking of Tony Okocha, says they are still on ground. But how firm are they, I may ask? So he joins me today to discuss the latest happenings in Rivers politics. The river that is never ending in its flows. So join us as we take our journey to River State and discuss what is the latest. And also remind you that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has unveiled the timetable for the Anambra State governorship election. That means the whole professor we have as a governor in Anambra State should start his own political arrangements if he will contest for a second tenure, because November 8th, 2025, that is next year, he has to go around the state and campaign to get an assessment from the people whether he has performed well or not. So INEC has released the timetable for Anambra State governorship election coming up November 8th, 2025. And in just a neighboring state, we are talking of Ondo State, the campaigns are going on. 16th of next month, that is November 2024, APC and other 16 political parties, 17 political parties out of the 18, will be contesting for another round of who should lead them. Let me don't take too much of your time, because my guest today is a big fish, as it were. He is the acting APC chairman, a caretaker chairman of APC in River State. And we have a lot to talk on the rivers matter, because the river has never stopped flowing. Probably on the negative side, because a lot of printable statements and actions have been going on lately. So join us in Political Update today as I bring to you the latest from the River State. My name is Mie Ogede. Thanks for joining us. The Governing All Progressives Congress, APC, River State chapter says Governor Siminalayi Fubara high-powered commission of inquiry into the recent burning of some council secretariats in the state falls short of credibility and integrity to do justice to the issues at hand, the acting state chairman of the party, I mean River State, Tony Okocha, says for the panel to be holistic in its terms of reference should be extended to cover the demolition of the State Assembly complex in Port Harcourt, which he claims, I mean Tony Okocha claims, constitutes an affront to democracy. So let's...
He should also include the bombing of APC secretariat.
Tony Okocha also alleged that the PDP-led state government is creating party rivalry against the state's interest and democratic
Is that
leadership.
we see the governor's attempt as an attempt to witch hunt. And our argument is, if you know them, why don't you use the police and arrest them? Why waste River State money? And why waste time?
He applauds President Bola Tinubu and the Federal Capital Territory FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, for their separate interventions in stabilizing the politics in River State. So, the man is here with me, Tony Okocha, the caretaker chairman of APC in River State. Mr. Chairman, thanks for joining us in Police.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How is River State today? Let me start that way. How is River State today?
Well, I think the situations are beginning to narrow down because the Court of Appeal had in a recent judgment, very profound and sound, made a decision on who is the Speaker of River State House of Assembly. It has been one of the issues that have been in contention. And in that judgment, too, the court did not spare the governor. They upbraided him for dictatorship threats. And so things are beginning to, those other problems are beginning to reign in. I say so emphatically because if a matter, the main issue had been resolved, don't forget that in River State, it was about 4 persons who sit as an assembly. The Court of Appeal said that it is a forum, they are not assembly. Okay, so, and the court says that Martin Amehule's speakership is not in contention. He was elected as speaker, he was never removed, and they flew the kite that, oh, look, they have all joined the All Progressives Congress. And that's not correct. I have boasted, and I want to boast here too, that I'm the most credible source to say whether they decamped to APC or not. Because for every other person saying and all the hula balloons, nobody will say that he was at the rostrum when the so-called, when they camped or didn't decamp. Yes, they didn't.
They did?
They did not. And
so
I'm
they are still members of APC?
They are members of PDP, yes. They participated in their congresses. Nobody chased them away. That they were
but we saw them carrying flags of APC.
Yes, that's a political gimmick.
No, but it can't be. I don't think it should be.
No, it is clearly a political gimmick.
You know, you can't display party flags.
Yes.
And we tell me that probably watching at home, for instance, I will display another country's flag in Nigeria, and I say it's a gimmick. There's just a play. I don't think that sounds. They sound right?
Listen, sir. Now, we should be able to define what the word defection.
Yes.
Either from the point of view of dictionary meaning or from the political meaning. Now, what makes a defection truly what it is that the person who is the campaign, the person who is leaving his original political party, writes to the party to say, look, I am done with your party.
And not carrying the flag?
I'm coming, please. So that you are entering, you know, some will not even tell you where they are going to. They only tell you, well, they are going to a place where they think that they can drive their political interests better. Okay? And when that is done, the decampee moves to the party that he's now going to, his new party, and registers his name in the ward. There's nobody with a politician in this ward that does not belong to a ward. And that's where the whole thing begins. You cannot be, no matter how big you are, you cannot register or become a party member from the national secretariat. So we are saying that in all of these gamut of arguments, in all of these, they have decamped, they have not decamped, for many months, none has been able to show in any ward where any of them went to the ward to register. And I'm saying to you that I'm the chairman, and I was the one wooing them to come over because I discovered that they had problems in their party. Okay, but it didn't work, so they didn't defect to us. What you saw, listen, the law deals with concrete facts and evidence. The law does not look at sentiments and emotions. No. When you say somebody flaunted flag of a political party and he said, oh, is that defection? That is not defection, please. And I'm saying to you that it's a political gimmick. Somebody can do that as a decoy to be able to win an argument over and above his other party. Now, 27 persons on one side, 4 persons on one side, and the governor was giving credibility and credence to the 4 over and above 27. So if you were in their shoes, wouldn't you do a thing that would get the governor's attention?
I won't do that because, for instance, just the recent August protest by some persons,
yes,
specifically in Kano State, some of the protesters carried flags of other countries. Russia, exactly.
Great.
Thank you. And they were arrested.
Good.
So would you tell me that carrying PDP members carrying APC flags in the State House of Assembly is nothing? Not even a concern to your party as APC?
It is just, listen, see, you have given an example that I will latch on. Now, some individuals were caught on camera, okay, carrying a flag that was not Nigerian flag. And I guess we agree that they were arrested and they are charged for felony. Okay? In other words, that you are building a country in Nigeria, a different country in Nigeria. It didn't take them away from the fact that they said they are Nigerians. That they carried the flag didn't make them citizens of Russia. They had a reason to carry it. There's a message they are sending. And it is that message that you should bother to know. And in this case, the message they were sending is that, look, we are very capable of moving.
And have they moved?
They didn't move. I say I am the chairman. As the chairman, the whole drama happened under my chairmanship, and I am the most credible source to say whether they moved or not. And I'm saying that they didn't move.
Let's send it there.
It's not interesting to me to say so. I wanted actually them to
because
come.
You need more children in your party, I
exactly.
know. But, okay, let's end that.
It didn't work.
But you just made a statement. You say, I am aware
yes.
they have problem in their party.
Yes.
And I think this party you are referring to is PDP.
Yes.
So what is the problem in the party?
Well, how will I know intra-party problems?
But you said there's a problem.
Now, it came to the head that every other person will know. When the assembly was burnt, that's when this whole matter came to the head and it became public knowledge. But within them, remember, they had a ticket together. All 32 members of the assembly, PDP won. The governorship, PDP produced. And you know that election was the same day. Now, for whatever it was, they were having their internal wranglings. It's normal. They were having their internal disagreement. It's normal. But when it became public was when the assembly was born. And people were saying, who burnt this iconic structure?
So who burned the assembly?
A witch cries in the night.
And who is that
The child dies in the day.
So who is the witch here?
Can you establish a link? The governor himself said. That's why we said if we're not against the commission he's going to set up. We are not. No sane person will be happy that structures of government or even private structures are destroyed by anybody.
Definitely,
whatsoever.
we'll get to the issue of commission of inquiry. I think is a major issue. I want to discuss.
Let me finish the
But
issue.
you just made a statement. Say PDP won all the state assembly and even the governorship election in 2023.
Yes.
So why didn't people win even one slot in the local government elections?
The local government?
Yeah.
No, sorry, sir. There was no local government election. Yes, I need to correct that. No local government election in the eyes of the law. 2 days before the October 5th.
Are you in the court? Have you taken that matter to court?
1 second. Yes, the matter was in court. We instituted a matter in court in June.
Okay.
Challenging the manipulations that we were seeing. We were seeing underhands, okay, by the RISIEC that ought naturally to be neutral.
Neutral, yeah.
And that the day the so-called election date was fixed, APC was not invited. And I made attempts. I called the chairman. The chairman said, oh, no, that I should have seen it on social media. I said, how? Does that constitute a document? So what document will I show? I said, oh, I heard something on social media, so I should go and attend. When I even know, too, that social media, too, is replete with sense and nonsense. All right? So we also challenged the fact that the time that they were apportioning was less than 90 days, which the Constitution says you must give minimum of 90 days notice. And so we went to court. We didn't take guns. We went to court to challenge it. From June, the matter ran through the courts. At the point they appealed to the Court of Appeal, the Court of Appeal brought the matter back to say that the trial judge was competent and had jurisdiction to do justice to the matter. And too many people, senior advocates, none. You have Femi Falana on their side, you have Tawo on their side, on our own side, you had J.B. Daudu and S.T. Horn. It was a conglomerate of senior advocates, renowned ones for that matter. And they argued this matter from beginning to the end, and the judge said, put all your cases together. I will do a composite judgment. What that means is that all the motions they have raised, he was going to take together with the main issues. And he reserved judgment. Because, of course, it was voluminous. Boot Party applied to be joined. SDP applied to be joined. All of those were gimmicks. Okay? So at the end of it, on the 3rd of October, the Federal High Court 8, Abuja here, gave a judgment, not a ruling, a judgment, having heard all the parties, and said, INEC, you are barred from releasing
the voters register.
The voters register to RISIEC. Police, you are barred from participating.
Yes, yeah. As a lead security agency.
You are it's a federal agency. DSS, you are barred from contact. And they told the judge further said that what you are doing ab initio was wrong. That it was wrong.
It's okay. So based on that,
based on that, and the judgment is there. When a judgment is given, the only thing you have to do, that the only option available to you is to appeal. Yes, now we saw the governor.
Yes, going on with the elections.
The
well, these issues you are talking about, police not participating, yes. INEC not releasing. Personally, for instance, I called the resident electoral commissioner of Rivers State, Sinikim Johnson, right. And he told me that they are following the court order. Ruling, rather, yes. That they will not release it.
Great.
And, IGP also, if my memory can serve me right,
there was no
giving directive to officers not to take part.
Unprintable words against
we
the
saw
police.
all what played out. That aside,
use unprintable words against the judge.
Let me bring you to a terrain that may interest you.
Yes, please.
A commission of inquiry has been set up.
Yes.
After the local government election.
Yes.
What is your comment about that?
Well, just as we classified the...
That is Governor Fubara.
Yeah, that's just as we classified the October 5th, so-called, as a charade, it's the same thing we have come to agree. What are we agreeing? We're agreeing that if equity, okay, they say he who goes to equity should do what? Go with clean hands. Yeah. Now be holistic. You have just isolated local government councils that were burnt. You refused to set up a panel or include the assembly that you masterminded the burning.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am.
Ow.
He told us.
Ow.
He told Nigerians.
That he is the one that
told Nigerians. Let me say, just allow me. He told Nigerians that. So. He said, look, do you know that today they would have used the assembly to impeach me? They wanted to use the assembly to impeach me. What was that? Why I said to you, a witch cries in the night, the baby dies in the morning.
But that is
Can
still
you
a
establish
parable.
the link?
You didn't call the name.
Huh?
You didn't call name earlier on. So
Of what?
But now you are calling.
No, but
that,
am I scared?
are you telling
I have said
us
this
on
over
camera,
and over
this is
again.
a live program, are you telling us that Governor Simini Lai-Fubara of Rivers State masterminded the bombing of Rivers State House of Assembly?
Let him set it. Let him include the burning of the assembly into the terms of reference.
Okay.
And let him also include the burning of APC State Secretariat. All the media stations, all the media platforms in this country visited with the scene. It was not about the reporter's speech. They came and they interviewed me over and over again on the matter. Yes.
And you said what?
What would I say? By 3 a.m. in the morning of that Saturday, they were talking about the election. I had received a call from my security personnel in
the secretariat,
secretariat that the secretariat had been bombed. I mean, they had bombed the place. And that whilst I was contemplating what would I do, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. So what could I possibly do? Around 4 o'clock, the young man called me again. That they came back.
That is the security man.
Yes, that they came back and they succeeded in burning down. You need to see, maybe I'll show you pictures.
So the problem are there no security officers in your secretariat?
Sir, you know that NTA covered, NTA is in Port Harcourt.
Yes, sir.
You can get a clip of what happened.
But is it that there is no security man in the secretariat?
There is. But
Police
they are not uniform, no.
Okay.
They're not uniform because for us, we don't think that you have problems to begin to invite police and army to take over your council. I mean, your office. No, we don't think so. We believe in going to woo people, going to talk to people, and win them over to the party. Now, they threw 3 dynamites. The first one, we were lucky, exploded at the gate and pulled up the gate and threw it away. The second one, very close to the building, they threw. God helped us, it did not explode. So when I came in the morning around past 6 o'clock to see it, I said, well, I'm civilized, I'm cultured. I won't even do anything. So I went straight to the police station. And luckily, the DPO of that station was on seat. And so I told him, see what we have seen. See, immediately followed us and got to the scene of action. It was them that also discovered, I don't know what that thing is in my whole life. They were the ones that discovered 2 others that were planted that did not explode. If those 2 others had exploded, that building would have come down.
Tony Kochi, that is nice. No Rivers discussion will never end, but let's just take this small story before we come for our closing thoughts. Because a leading woman politician in the Southwest, geopolitical zone and governorship candidate on the platform of African Democratic Party in Ekiti State, Erele Kemi Are, has formally defected with scores of supporters nationwide to the fold of the governing APC. The new party entrant says she is convinced that the APC, under the Tinubu's presidency, has performed creditably to deserve the defection of a rotational politician for national growth and development. She said, as one-time ADP Director General of the 2023 Presidential Campaign Council, she has
in the renewal agenda and will believe that the policies of government will work eventually. These ideas are critical decisions that are to be taken for the country to be able to move forward. And one of those decisions is the removal of subsidy.
Okay, let's get the closing thoughts of our APC caretaker chairman, Rivers State. Let's briefly hear from you. Rotimi Amechi, Peter Side, and others, like we talk of Tony Cole and others. How effective are they still in the state APC? Because they are key members in your party. Just briefly, so that we can add.
Well, I do not know. I can't actually quantify or qualify their import in the party. I can't. Because since I came on board, all attempts made at them to join us in our activities, you know, were abortive. So as far as we are concerned, it is their decision to make. It is their decision to make. So I will be making decisions for them.
Thank you very much, Coach. I think time will never be our friend, but your thoughts have been so fruitful, and I think most Nigerians have benefited, and have gotten a clearer picture of what is really happening in the River State. So thank you very much, the caretaker chairman of APC River State, Tony Okocha. We expect to see you some other time because you still have much and a lot to tell us. That is the size of political update today, Friday. Hope to see you again next week, Tuesday, with another edition on Political Update. Have a productive weekend. Thank you.